In our Gina Martin with our first look at the weather. We have a lot to be thankful for.
We really do. And as we get closer to Thanksgiving, we're going to be ramping up the thankfulness, at least on the weather front, because temperature-wise, oh my goodness, it's going to be absolutely fabulous out there. Today is actually pretty close to seasonal, just slightly below it. When we look outside right now, temperatures are really around 12 degrees. That's our high for today. Normally, we usually get up to a high of 13 for this time of year. So just a minor dip on the temperature front, but a good rally ahead of us here. Temperatures around the city right now, around those low teens, 13 downtown, 12 at the airport, and over at Tazawa Park, 14 degrees. The Big Four Motors, Calgary's original Jeep store, and more in Tazawa Park. Let's take a look ahead at the overnight and into the morning there. We'll cool off to a low of 1 degree, so avoiding that frost risk for now. Up to another 12 for the noon hour tomorrow. We'll get slightly above that into the mid-teens for your high on Friday there, but there will be some gusty northwesterly winds. I'll tell more about that long weekend forecast coming up. But
and Gina once again, and you're chatting during the break about seeing more of the northern lights.
Yes, if that's on your bucket list, we are really getting spoiled with those aurora opportunities. I just got an update from NOAA, which monitors this, and they're saying G4 storm strength tonight for that aurora forecast. So that's good news. If you want to see a dazzling display up in the sky, I'll show you what our aurora forecast is looking like in just a moment. But looking outside right now, nice evening with our Capital Chev sky cam here. A little bit of cloud coverage out there, but a really gorgeous day, and the weekend's looking fabulous as well. Tonight, with that aurora potential, we're seeing nice clear skies heading into that midnight hour there, which they do traditionally say aurora chasers is the best time to see the aurora. But now that we're getting those shorter daylight hours, we are going to have maybe more opportunity to see that aurora before midnight. Nice calm winds as well, temperature not too bad out there. So check it out, send us photos if you do capture it. We'd love to share them on the show here. Right now, temperatures outside the city, 14 in Pincher Creek, 15 in Brooks, same in Medicine Hat and Lethbridge as well. So really close to seasonal in the south here today, and central Alberta pretty similar as well. We're seeing 12 in the capital there, same in Red Deer, and 13 in that Bicycle area. Now the highs for tomorrow are going to be pretty similar. We might get a little bit better here in Calgary, up to 14 degrees heading into the long weekend. But we're not done with those 20-degree temperatures yet. We'll show you more of that in just a moment. Wind-wise, they were coming out of the north for a little bit today, so that's obviously what helped cool things down as well. Starting to see a tilt overnight into a nice southerly direction, so we won't complain about that. But really tomorrow in the afternoon there, expect those winds out of the northwest once again at around 20 to 40 kilometers an hour. Now your upper air setup here, it was a pretty calm day out there, very seasonal, but we're keeping an eye out on the west coast here. We got a pretty significant low over the Gulf of Alaska right now, and it's going to help build this ridge of high pressure as we get into Friday and Saturday. And really this holds on and brings in a lot of heat into Sunday and Monday as well. Pretty much an omega block setup with those two lows anchored on each side, and that's allowing that heat to really build and develop over that long weekend. So we won't complain about that. Again, lots to be thankful for on the weather front. Here's your regional forecast for our areas over the next couple of days here. So lots of sunshine, temperatures around the mid-high teens, some areas even fortunate to get into the 20s by Sunday there, but keep an eye on those overnight lows, starting to see them dip to below zero. Now for your 5-day forecast, 15 on Saturday, 20 for Sunday, and you saw that turkey move in for your Monday there, getting us up to a high of 22 degrees. That's looking pretty good for your Thanksgiving Monday.
Gina is back, and it almost feels like we should do the public service announcement about the potential for seeing those aurora borealis tonight.
I know. I was just looking on social media, and areas already on the East Coast are seeing this aurora right now in stunning colors of red, vibrant green. So I'm really, thinking this is going to be a good event tonight. As soon as it gets dark out there. So when I advance this graphic here, we can see our sunset right around 6:52. So that's the benefit of these shorter daylight hours. We get more viewing opportunity for this aurora event, hopefully for this evening. It's at a KP index of 8. That is very high and very strong. So exciting stuff on that front, and an exciting looking weekend as well. A lot of sunshine, temperatures climbing above seasonal, and as we get into that Thanksgiving Monday, it's going to be a very lovely 22 degrees, but overall a really nice weekend to be outdoors. Starting tonight, Camilla, with that aurora.
Thank you very much.
It was a pretty beautiful fall day out there. Let's check in with Gina. How is the evening ahead shaping up?
Well, I tell you, yes, it was a really nice warm evening, but afternoon, but once you get into the evening and that sun starts to set, it gets a little chilly out here outside right now. Temperature has been hitting at around 11 degrees. That's where we are sitting at. We got up to 12, so definitely a contrast to those 20-degree temperatures we had earlier this week, but we are going to rally back into some favorable temperatures by that long weekend. Overnight, though, it's going to be a cool and clear evening and a nice sunny start to Friday. And again, warm temperatures on the way for Saturday and Sunday. We'll have your full Thanksgiving forecast coming up.
Let's go back out to Gina. Gina, I want to revisit that shot that we had of you on our back lawn. It's so spectacular. In all the years that we have taken this shot, this is from CTV Calgary looking toward the city. I've never seen those colors before. So vibrant.
Stunning. Yeah, it's just an absolutely beautiful day out there, but I was shivering outside. Once that sun leaves you, you are feeling that more of that fall cold weather, and really it has been one of those falls so far. Nice and above seasonal. Today was kind of one of those first days in a while that we were slightly below seasonal for our high today. We're at 11 right now. We were about 12 degrees an hour ago, and that really was the best we're going to do. And Tara, if you liked that fall weather and that foliage, well, you're also going to love the sky tonight, too. We have another chance for a beautiful aurora opportunity. I'm already seeing pictures out on the East Coast of some really vivid colors, and it's a very strong geomagnetic storm tonight. So keep your eye up to the sky this evening here in Calgary. We might be in for another treat on the Northern Lights front. Here's a look at temperatures around the province right now. 13 in Pincher Creek, 12 in Lethbridge, and 14 in Brooks and Medicine Hat. So really everywhere got a bit of a cool down today. Tomorrow's going to be pretty similar too. We're seeing low double digits in Red Deer, Sundre, Coronation, and closer to the foothills there into the single digits right now. And overnight temperatures could get close to zero, if not below it in some places. But tomorrow's high, start to see a little bit of a rally to 14 degrees for us in the city, 16 in Brooks, 18 in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. So that's going to be nice on Friday and heading into that Thanksgiving long weekend. Winds right now coming out of the south, but tomorrow expect them to transition more into a northwesterly direction once again. So that kind of hampers that warming opportunity, but we are going to get some favorable high pressure moving in. Today was a pretty seasonal setup, kept things pretty contained and where they should be for this time in October, but we see this ridge develop as we get into Saturday, fueled by this intense low pressure system off the Pacific there. And this starts to edge in more into your Sunday and Monday into Alberta. So that's going to provide heat back into the low 20s right on time for your Thanksgiving. And this little guy moving in here for your Monday there, Thanksgiving. So we were talking about that fall foliage, great weekend to be outside. Maybe take those Thanksgiving family photos for your Capital Chev 5-day forecast here. We're seeing really nice temperatures straight through to Tuesday. Welcome back. Here's a look out of your Capital Chev Skywatch camera. A little bit of cloud out there right now, but that should clear up as we get later into the evening, where again, there's a good chance of seeing the aurora over even potentially the city tonight. It's quite a strong forecast, so keep your eye to the sky later tonight. But yeah, we do have a bit of cloud over Calgary right now that again would inhibit that aurora potential. It's a little chilly too at 11 right now. We only got up to 12 today. Normal is around 14, so you probably felt that compared to those 20-degree temperatures we were feeling earlier this week. Very calm on the radar satellite though. Not a lot going on over the province today. There are some brewing low pressure systems over the Pacific right now that will influence our temperature, but in a favorable way, in the sense it's actually going to push more warm air into Alberta right on time for that Thanksgiving weekend. So let's just quickly walk through the futurecast here. It's really just going to be on and off cloud over the next couple of days here. A nice clear start to Friday morning there, but we'll get a little bit of moving cloud in the afternoon. You're noticing that northwesterly direction too, so a bit of cooler wind tomorrow as well at around 20 to 40 kilometers an hour. But heading into Saturday morning, it's looking pretty nice as well. Again, clear start to the day and then a little bit of cloud moving in through the afternoon. That plays out in the regional forecast. Lake Louise, Red Deer, Drumheller, all getting into the low to mid-teens as we enter the weekend. There are some places even getting into the 20s by the time we enter Sunday there, but not too much disruptive weather on the way. And looking at that Capital Chef 10-day trend, by the time we get into your Thanksgiving Monday, the peak of this warm weather at 22 degrees. So a great way to wrap up the long weekend there. Now midnight tomorrow.